Make a brief stop at the atomic rank. Where the booze is cheaper, the tables more lovely, and the women just
Please remember, everyone, we have finally decided our route to go with, in case you were not in the last episode. By the way, before we go in, we can explain what we're going to do. So, we finally have pretty much almost everything done. I know there's probably some other stuff else I didn't do on there, but that is a lot. A lot more than average. Plus, we did 3 entire DLCs and worked on stuff. We've nuked the Legion, which far from it, actually. I've been meaning to check out this one. Where is it? Here. We're actually going to go over here real quick and check this out. The Legion getting on my way, I killed him. We have every right to exterminate every one of those scum-sucking slaver scum. What was that? I know very well the Legion ain't that ballsy to play against. I'm going to take a look at this location. Basically tripled up their population. Oh, don't mind you. Oh, my kid Lee don't even want to be around. I basically took up their population center. Sorry about that, everyone. mission. Mind if I do? An enclave. I'll take that incinerator. Sucker punch. Scum and hiding. The works. Come on. I'm not that scary. Anything, I'm just a harmless biohazard. Yeah, this is dead. That's the nuclear crater right there. Okay. Now that I put the fear into the Legion, cowards they are, and exterminate this threat. It also prevents the Legion from potentially having a ghoul commander to unify Legion ghouls, aside from them. Got it. Hey, dealt a crippling blow. Better yet, I had the satisfaction of eliminating yet another Legion criminal off the works. Am I disappointed? No. In fact, I feel invigorated. Alright, since we completed that, now we're going to start getting into the matters with the endgame goal, which is basically creating
Move along.
our network with, house. I know a lot of you probably go with NCR or Legion, but let me explain a few reasons why I'm going to go with their house. The first and foremost reason, even if I side with the NCR, I'm looking at it as a realist here. The NCR, they've explained that they are like spread out. They're trying to commit too much, but they're like overwhelmed. So that's problem number one. They can't keep supplying on the front lines. So say this entire border's basically California, the NCR, and their main direct route is from the Mojave Outpost. And considering for the fact that we've already created DLC from the lone, last one we just did, from another California, and that place was destroyed by nuclear weapons. So we gotta think about this. The NCR would basically have one way in and one way out from here. Which that can easily be ambushed from the fact that there is a literal Caesar's Legion safe house here, which we basically use as a Legion forward operating base to ambush unsuspecting people. So say you come through here to Nipton to try to repair it, the stock area, and then head to Nipton itself. The Legion are already on top of it. Which the Legion all have to do is go there. And plus this area is filled with terminals. This whole little area. Content. And that isn't even apply with the wildlife that is even worse. With a bunch of death claws from occasion and respawn and slum. Now, here's a nightmare. And the fact that there is still powder gangers here, so that would be not too much. But you have to deal with all this, which is filled to the brim with hazardors. Plus, you have the super mutants in Jacobstown, which is up there. And then the boomers here, which the boomers, I can promise you the NCR will try to make a move on England. They might be able to make it. They're going to have high casualties. The NCR are mostly based on cowards. Even when they're in general. I remember very well, he has been known to be not 100%. Because then they have to just go through here from Hoover Dam to here. And the NCR could have easily attacked, but they didn't do it. And I know a lot of people know it's because they didn't have the numbers. Regardless if they had the numbers or not, they could have made a move to at least further destabilize the Legion troops, which that goes back to Colorado, which would be from this position out here. And then there's another fact. The Legion apparently had multiple tribes. They did a DLC that goes basically military territory, which the Legion were basically sending out a group to kill the Burman. Whereas most of you guys might remember Joshua Graham. We have to think about this. There are many tribes and many threats. And the NCR would try to get too ambitious. They'll sit for a bit, have a small garrison basically holding the city, and just basically taxing the heck out of all the settlements that you basically put a bar from Boulder City, from let's see here. Let me give you that. Actually, let me do this real quick. So you guys can. So we made contact with the boomers. The boomers love us. They'll follow with it. Brotherhood of Steel, unfortunately, you're basically forced on either side unless you go rogue. And the BOS don't exactly take kindly to technology, and they kind of hoard it for themselves. This chapter, most of you might find okay, others don't, because a lot of people don't. Legion are slavers. They are going to hate us no matter what, unless you just show them your strength. For me, I showed them basically my strength. They respect it, but they hate it. Now, the Followers of Apocalypse are basically a third-party organization that won't be attacked from either Legion or NCR. Oh wait, Caesar's Legion would attack them because, number one, with Kaiser being dead, they won't value them. Try to keep them slaves. So this is another reason why the Legion I despise with passion. Freeside, they adore me because we bought some respect, but plus we did a few positive things for the community. And that's basically over 100 or more people within the slums of New Vegas. Good Springs was our first area, and they were just peaceful, and it's good to do business with them. The Great Khans, they accept us, but obviously we're probably going to do a quest line to essentially work with them. The NCR, they highly respect us not only for the fact that we did to the Legion, but the fact that our person as we've learned has prior work with the NCR. But the problem that you also got to remember that's important is the fact that the Legion, the NCR can also dispose of you. We've seen that in the show. We've seen that in a lot of things that they'll be desperate to do whatever. Novak, this is another area that's basically targeted, but they're stuck. Powder gangers, they hate us. I don't really care. The strip, well, that's what we're going to most likely work on. Which I guarantee Strauss is gonna want you to kill the Brotherhood still, but we'll see what that does.
Well, howdy, partner.
Now with power armor in tow, and bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going on the lone road of warfare.
Where to, partner?
We're going to start going into the endgame now. And we're going to go with Miss Krause's route.
So, Benny has been handled, and you've recovered the platinum chip. Let's have it. Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious, so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
The next day.
Oh, my mom.
But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made. A great deal shall be happening. A cascade of events with you taking a central role. At the moment, however, all you need to do is take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level. You'll understand soon enough.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec eye-glassing housing, is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacks software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage sophisticated onboard auto repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss.
Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip. To secure the future of New Vegas, I must have your assistance. The work ahead is dangerous, but you weather danger well. What did... By my calculations, his death will affect the shape of the battle for Hoover Dam minimally, if at all. The Legion's aggression will outlive Caesar. Indeed, they'll try to take the dam as a tribute to his memory. Given a year, they'd have him deified. But by then, the Legion will be breaking down, riven by internal conflicts, a monster consuming itself. It's irrelevant. In the short term, the Legion is still monster enough that defeating it will make me look powerful indeed. What else? That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the platinum chip. Revenge doesn't Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but what if... General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it, has been to mass troops at Hoover Dam. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, when they rout, pursue and destroy them in detail. A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see. A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't spoil the rest by... Yes, I know. It was detected immediately. You thought... Have you found the courage to do what's... Not if you've been invited. I can predict with a high degree of confidence that you'll receive an official... I'm not surprised. The Legion has spies. Here, take the... Upon arrival at the fort, it's likely that you'll be searched and the chip taken from you. Don't worry.
Now it's time to return to
If it isn't our favorite VM,
Penthouse floor.
time. And it's in my way.
Casino floor.
I
Where to, partner?
And Cavs. Because those two are a powerhouse. Got my illustrious deadly machine of death.
Hey.
Well, now, look what we're...
Before anything, I'm gonna make sure I store some things here. Or sort of saying, I'll catch my fish. cereal all the way. I'm sorry.
Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Manhattan.
High roller, sweet.
Now to the casino. It's time
Casino floor.
to really good visit to the Legion. Legion just loves companies that it loves.
Another kill.
Hello, Legion. Dumb stuff, Legion. Time to remove these vermin. The animals. They've already got rid of their best trade dealer. Oh, get the head. Every Legion scum I find, we smash down on top of my boot. Sadistic murderers, tyrants. Watch, I'm gonna come up there. I got something coming. You Legion rats. I have a moral responsibility to cleanse this land. All evil Legion.
What are you doing?
Young one, you should probably go find yourself a safe haven. It's about to turn brutal.
And then,
Right?
the fight started.
Okay, don't. Sorry, I'm a free roaming agent. He's kind of like the flow of the Legion now. This place is their main military opposition. Take a look there. I know I've killed more than enough Legion. They basically became a slaughterhouse on the game. Please don't tell me the game just crashed. No. Oh, we should look at that. Stone. Mind if I put you down? Animal you are. What do we have here? Run! Screw you. Think I'm gonna let you go. For every one of you monsters, I'm going to remove one or more Legion that I find in my way. People don't know. Bio, that's mean. You should not be hurting the Legion. You've done enough to them. Oh, I haven't? I have not. They have an entire invading army in the city. And honestly, they enslave every populace. Army is I have every right to exterminate this. This is a direct threat to society.
Bad guys won't see us coming.
I see you reached your destination safely. As you know, the Platinum chip upgrades my Securitron's operating software. Well, there's an army of them here. The Securitrons policing the strip are a fraction of the total number manufactured. The rest I stored here. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a complication. While I can that means I can't deactivate its security.
Do not enter the operation area.
Your work here is done. You have a very bright future ahead of you, thanks to your actions today.
Thank you for visiting New Things.
All right.
Where to, partner?
If it isn't our favorite VIP.
The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait. Outside New Vegas, at what was once called they are, shall we say, artillery. If not, then I want to make sure that the boomer use extreme caution when recently one of my roaming Securitrons.
Let's. Nelson will serve as example. He'll bleed the ground red with anyone who opposes our peace effort.
Isn't that bomber a beauty?
Hello, friend. Of course, my child. After all the training in virtual reality, the young ones would relish an opportunity to put their skills to battle. We'll be there when you need.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
I'll...
If it isn't our favorite VIP.
Any progress with the... Well done. The Boomer's firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment would have been to investigate the Omertas. I should compensate. Arrogance was their undoing. There might be a lesson in them. Your next assignment is to locate the NCR near... Given the Brotherhood's fanatical views on technology, please... You're absolutely right. You must have had run-ins with... Since 2278, I've lost 5 roaming... I didn't receive any clear video of the incidents. We're talking about a coterie of bulging-eyed fanatics who think all pre-war... They'll never accept my using an army of robots to defend New Vegas. While it's a fight I can win, I'd... One of the followers of the apocalypse, I'm sure. Good luck planting a surveillance... What else did you... They're a terrorist group, basically. Militant, quasi-religious fanatics, obsessed with hoarding... Not all technology, mind you. You don't see them raiding hospitals to cart away auto docks or armfuls of prosthetic organs. No, they greatly prefer the sort of technology that puts people in hospitals. Or graves, rather, since hospitals went the way of the dodo. Because they're ridiculous. Because they gallivant around the Mojave pretending to be knights of yore. Or did, until the NCR showed them that ideological purity and shiny power armor don't count for much when you're outnumbered 15 to 1. The world has no use for emotionally unstable techno-fetishists. It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's strip may seem, it's but a shadow of the neon paradise that was Las Vegas. I grew up not far from here, and though I traveled the old world extensively, I never found another place like it. By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth within 15 years. Every projection I ran confirmed it. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to, but I could save Vegas, and in the process, perhaps save mankind. I set to work immediately. I thought I had plenty of time to prepare. As it turned out, I was 20 hours short. On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force-transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the Platinum chip had arrived a day sooner. The Platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California on October 22nd, 2077, the day before the Great War. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon, but by then, the chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my Securitrons. Every aspect of the missile defense grid would have been upgraded too. Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. I nearly died as it was. Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 38's reactor offline, lest it melt down. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot my data core with an older version of the OS. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma, but I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived. Not surprising. Also, not acceptable. I didn't ask, go back to the...
I still can't believe we came to terms with the NCR.
The reports say Mr. House's robots are now using tech we've never heard of. We need to send a team up there soon.
How may I assist you?
I heard you took out Caesar by yourself. Proves the Legion's just a bunch of savages like we thought.
Hey.
I heard some special squad of Rangers is on its way to the Vegas area. I guess the NCR is fun.
Hello again, my friend.
They're getting serious about fighting the Legion.
Have a nice day.
Have you destroyed the... Single-handedly destroying a Brotherhood of Steel bunker is quite an accomplishment. Platoons of NCR troops have died trying to do the same. This welcome news comes just in time as events... Aaron Kimball, the president of the new California... Apparently, he hasn't considered the effect on the troop. I need you to make sure that no harm comes. Simple. An NCR ranger named Graham is in charge of security arrangements for the visit. Present yourself. Given your reputation, it's a near certainty that he'll... Don't dally. The precise time...
Let...
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help us out. This is a delicate matter, and we need all the help we can get from... We've got a lot to do to prepare for the President's visit, and not much time. Once we start... Are you ready? Good. Glad you could join us. Most of my men are already on duty, and the crowd has already started gathering outside. We've got a busy day ahead of us. The plan is to get through today with... So I'll be over... It's a good bet that the Legion will do whatever it... Brett, once you're ready, meet me outside.
Sure could use a drink.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Morning.
Wish I could have been there to see
Nelson's
Caesar
back in
die.
our hands.
What an ass. I hope we can defend it this time.
I'll meet you on the observation deck.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time. Have you finished your security? Now, if you'll excuse...
I don't have time to talk right now.
Bad guys won't see us coming.
If it isn't our favorite VIP.
I'll...
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved.
If not for you, President Kimball would be dead. So you needn't feel guilty when the NCR's route from Hoover Dam demolishes his political career. The Legion has nothing left to wait for. Their assault on the dam. Before that happens, I'll ask you to complete one other task. It may seem between the Strip and Helios 1 lies the Elder. Humble as it appears, the substation has immense strategic value, for it's there that gain access to the
You visiting every NCR post just to see the sights?
You are out staying your welcome. You are out.
Move along.
As you can see, Vegas is humming along. I've tested my C3I, and just in time, as it turns out. Their assault could begin at any moment, so that's where you'll be headed. Your objective is to reach a control room half. Then handle them. The Legion's assault. We've accomplished a great deal, you and I. One last task and our work is complete. I'll see you in the control room.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
I just came to an attention that it must be done. One factor has turned themselves to destruction on a catastrophe scale. Gentlemen, there's one faction we're gonna wipe out. I did not realize I need to finish all. I would have let these people know. I truly would. But they made a decision. Now, they face the consequences of their actions. Many from organizing a all-out warfare. The Khans want to be allied with Legion. They have signed over their see a threat. In my opinion, only soldiers, slaves. I'll take the key. Y'all made the decision to side with Legion. This could have been avoided if we side with Legion. Just saying. I wouldn't have to be irritated. I'll take your journal while I'm at Legion Dawn. Clearly, I have to still do exterminatus. Even one of these people could be a drug mules. ally with the Legion, and I'm not risking an alliance with their leaders, so we're gonna wipe out every encampment that we know. This is the main one. Eliminating the main force, then we'll hunt down the lieutenant of their faction.
Thank you for visiting New Things.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know most of you are probably like, why
Let's.
it's way too far. No, it isn't.
Hey.
I'll explain why that's not too far. The first and foremost thing, they are very brutal. They are a direct danger. So basically massacring. Now not only do they have pretty good firepower, they know how to utilize it. The Legion, on the other hand, they keep things to spears, axes, hunting rifles, and in some cases we use like a heavier assault weapon, depending on the mission assignment. That means, ladies and gentlemen, the comms would be using a lot more heavy firepower to ultimately make things a lot more difficult for us. Me doing what I just did basically gave us essentially a sort of an overwhelming sense to annihilate the Legion. Now, whether you all agree or disagree, that's beyond me. Because in my mind, practically, I have basically created a crippling blow to the Legion with a powerful ally now. Because they don't have they don't have the American attack.
The Legion's assault could begin at any moment.
So I've already ensured.
We've accomplished a great deal, you and...
Must get to the control room and install the override chip.
Let's get going. Let's get going. How did the Legion make it into the power plant?
Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control room. You shouldn't be here. Damn it all.
I knew you'd make it. Resourceful as always. The override module is functioning properly. I'm rerouting power to the Securitron vault at the fort as we speak. I just need you to head over to the East Power Plant, and when you return topside, I think you'll see that my Securitron army is a little more than the Oh, and before you go, grab that printout spool. I thought you might enjoy the honor of presenting them to the NCR's commanding officer once the Legion has been defeated. Cheers.
An envoy of Vegas, yet you carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. Caesar's will is the will of the Legion and the West. All beneath the flag of the Great Bear exist to test the strength of the Legion. The West shall fall as the East fell, and all the tribes that stretch to the setting sun shall bear the mark of the Legion. Enough words, then. Death to profligates!
You'll pay for that!
Don't need this right now. We're hunting shitheads. Someone's looking to cash their chips early. You're just in time for your ass whipping.
You're mine! Come on!
Let's paint this place red. Maybe I should switch to a squirt gun.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for. Vegas? What, the families? Or House? You're talking about House. What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to sing Kumbaya here. What the hell are you talking about? What is this? The free economic zone of New Vegas? What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait, here we go. Demands NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. We didn't do it to let it go. This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion. You know I won't surrender the dam, and certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new right hand of the week. We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. If you're looking to convince me otherwise... True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas to think they'd turn and be bad news. And I know how bad they can get. Look, House, Vegas, it's pretty. Got you blinded a bit maybe. But NCR's got perks too. Think about it before you sign on with him. And if you say no, keep in mind what that means. NCR may have its problems, but when we're riled, watch out. I'm not going to throw away the lives of my men just to make a point. And there'll be other days.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the General, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again. And the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The Courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded him every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, out of gratitude and a quiet sense of pride for his choice in lieutenants.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Still grappling with self-doubt over his usefulness in the face of old age, Raoul was never able to find peace with himself. Eventually, he left the Mojave and assumed a new name, as he had done so many times before.
Mr. House showed little interest on the Boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
Their leaders destroyed by the Courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Goodsprings as a token of appreciation for helping the Courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam, and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time.
After generations of being beaten down, the great Khans were finally broken by the Courier. Those few who avoided the Courier's wrath moved north into the wilderness of Idaho, where they tried once more to rebuild.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the Courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Flush with his victory, Mr. House sent Securitrons into Freeside, thinking to increase his control over the area. When fighting broke out, the Kings fought valiantly, but were no match for the armored killing machines, and were wiped out to the last man.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the Courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
With Cook dead, the powder gangers at Vault 19 fell apart. Those who weren't destroyed by the courier fled into the hills or attempted to work their way back through the Mojave wasteland. Few survived.
Despite NCR's pledge to support Prim, they abandoned the town after their loss to Mr. House. As repayment for their NCR loyalty, Mr. House sends Securitrons to Prim to protect it and collect heavy taxes from its citizens.
And so the courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Alright everybody, before I end this video, I want to make sure everyone's aware. Since now we've completed Fallout New Vegas, we will be moving on to Fallout 4. I will alert you guys, there will be a mod I will be running on there, at least 2 for sure, maybe a 3rd, I'm not 100% positive on that, because the mods I plan to put on Fallout 4 will be a resource mod to help out with some building, obviously, to kind of speed up building processes. They'll be done off camera, not on camera, since the majority of the achievements I technically have, since I played the game a long time ago. Eventually I will be putting on a Halo weapon mod, so for all Halo players that watch my channel, you'll be able to see that next time. And maybe some Halo armor. I'm not 100% positive, don't quote me on that, but a lot of it will be done 100% off camera, because the quests for those, because there'll be DLCs, I'm going to try to get those out of the way immediately before the main game ending, which for that, we're going to be going with a special one that I will be showcasing a special quest mod for. But in reality, before anything like that goes, we got to make sure we get the original DLCs completed, which will be the Vault 88, and as well as the robot one. Once we get those 2 completed, the other DLCs will be running with the mods very smoothly and efficiently. That is a promise. Otherwise than that, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure you drop a like on the video. If you are new, please subscribe and stay tuned for all the upcoming content. I'm providing videos every single day of the week from Sunday through Saturday. All footage dropped on 12:30 p.m. unless it's a double feature, which the double feature will be a second video on some days, which are usually at 5 p.m. CST. And for all those that do not know what that means, basically, if you're on the Eastern Standard Time, that would be 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Or if you're Mountain Standard, at 4. And if that's not the case, if you're on Pacific Standard, which is on the West Coast, then that would be at 3 p.m. your time. Anyway, ladies and gents, truly thank you from my bottom of my heart. See you all again next time. God bless you all. Let's keep growing out, not only as a community, but expand this into a thriving, you know what I mean, a thriving population here, and hit our marks and continue our journey together. See you all again. God bless you all.